Welcome back. This is the Passover part 8, and we're going to pick up where we left off in part 7 here in Isaiah. And we left off at Isaiah 42, 24, or 23 in there. Who will hearken and hear for a time to come? Yeah, who's going to keep this Passover for a time to come? And in the end of 24, verse 24 there, for they would not walk in his ways, and neither were they obedient unto his law. And that's what we have today with religious people. You name the sect, or name the whichever Christians, Catholics, Muslims, Jews. They're all doing religion, and they're not obedient unto his law. They won't walk in his ways. Typically, they won't kill a lamb like he tells them. Like we've been reading so many times, it says forever throughout your generations. Instead, they want to make up, things like the temple isn't here, so we can't do it. And he tells where his name dwells. Well, does his name dwell in you or not? And we already covered this in prior sessions. Let's go on with he's your husband. He says, although I was a husband unto them, and other places in that. He's in the Old Testament, he was a husband unto them, and in the New Covenant, which is the same law, not one jot or one tittle is going to pass away at all. He just renews it with you with the Lamb. And he's going to marry you. He's going to take you, one from a city and two from a family. Well, here he says in Isaiah 54, verse 5, for thy maker is thy husband, Yahuah of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The God of the whole earth shall he be called. This is fascinating because most people have it wrong. They think that Jesus is their Redeemer and their husband in that. And I guess they're half right. Well, they got the wrong guy and the wrong name. But as much as he and the Father are one, but he tells you here, Yahuah of hosts, Yod, He, Vav, He, Y-H-U-H. That's who is your Yahuah. He's your maker and your husband. Your maker is your husband. And Yahuah of hosts is his name. He's got to tell you his name because religious people typically don't know his name or they got it wrong. They're calling him, all kinds of other things. And the Redeemer of the Holy One of Israel, most people would say that the Son is the Redeemer, not Yahuah. And he's the price paid. And he says, I take you back to the Father. And no man comes to the Father but by me, he says. So, he in John 17 is a really good one. Let me make a note of that. John 17, we'll pick that up in another session. Where he says, in there, he declared unto them Yahuah's name, and he kept them in Yahuah's name. And he manifested Yahuah's name. So John 17 is a real important chapter to understand. But going on here with the Passover. Isaiah 54 verse 6, for Yahuah has called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth when you were refused, says God. Says thy God. It's interesting that this is what you get here in America, and probably in other nations as well. If you keep all these commands, you will have people turning against you. If you want to start doing this and just being obedient, you'll get grieved. You'll find people parting company with you, wives divorcing you. You'll have people trying to steal your children. You'll have all kinds of stuff that happens just from keeping these laws. It's the strangest thing you've ever seen. You'd think it'd be love, peace, joy, and contentment keeping these, but no. Try taking yourselves, try keeping these laws just the way he says, and you'll see. Just try it. If you haven't been, persecuted, try parting company with the false apostle Paul with your buddies. See how that goes for you, and try killing a lamb in your backyard like you're supposed to. See how that goes for you. Yeah, well, you got a choice to make. Are you going to side with the Heavenly Father or these people here today? Because there's only a few. That's why there's only a remnant going into the kingdom. Yeah, there isn't any religions going. There isn't any big churches going. There isn't any big rapture, as you'll see as we go on. At least from my calculations. I could be wrong. I'm no prophet. Going on, Isaiah 54:7. For a small moment I have forsaken thee, but with great mercies I will gather thee. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness I will have mercy on thee, says Yahuah, thy Redeemer. Wow. Well, we can't wait till that mercy comes. And that's what he gives us. You sure want that blood, that shed blood applied to you. You want to make this betrothal covenant with a sacrifice, like we covered in Psalm 50. That's who he collects when he returns. Gather my saints unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by a sacrifice, by a slaughter of a lamb. This is what you want. And it's like being forsaken. It's already, he's here with us now, but when he turns and this great judgment comes, it's going to be forsaken for a moment. But he's going to gather us with great mercies. Isaiah 55:1 says this, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come you to the waters, and he that has no money, come you, buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and labor for that which does not satisfy? And that's what you're doing down at the local church. You're not getting true bread, and you're spending money on it. Yeah, you're not being fed the truth. You're being fed lies. Hearken diligently unto me, and eat you that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. This is the everlasting covenant he's talking about. You make this everlasting covenant at Passover when you kill a lamb. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, and a leader and a commander to the people. Yeah, King David kept Passover. And so... Here we go. Behold, you shall call a nation that you knowest not, and nations that knew not thee shall run unto thee because of Yahuah thy God, and for the Holy One of Israel, and he has glorified thee. Seek you Yahuah while he may be found. Call you upon him while he is near. This is why it's urgent. It is urgent upon you now. If you cannot see the signs that we are at these end times, we have all the nations gathered together that conquer the United States, that give us Revelation 18, the great whore, the daughter of Babylon. We got Babylon, New York over there now. It's a city, Babylon, New York. And this is the daughter of Babylon. Read all the indications there. I've got plenty of recordings out there on that. I won't cover them all. But this is what's coming. We're going to be destroyed in nuclear bomb fire in one day. And then the angels come after that to do the mop-up job. And this is going to... time is short. Time is short. We've already had what Joel said. Before the great and terrible day of Yahuah comes, the sun will be turned to darkness. That was the August 21st eclipse that went all the way across the U.S. And the moon into blood, we've had that already. That was January 31st. Here we are in February. And this 2018, we're at the far end of this. Before the great and terrible day of Yahuah comes. And like Amos says in Amos 5, Woe unto you that wish for the day of Yahuah. What good is it to you? It is a day of darkness and not light. It's a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. The lion you're fleeing from is the lion of the tribe of Judah. That's the lion he's talking about. And you're fleeing because you're running away from his law. You won't keep if you're not keeping these commandments. If you're not keeping a Passover, killing a lamb, practicing this kind of marriage instead of matriarchy, holy matrimony, practicing all these holy days, practicing all the laws he tells you, everything, the food laws, everything, then you're running from that lion. You don't like his laws, and you're running from that. And the bear's going to meet you. You know who the bear is? Yeah, everyone knows who the bear is. The bear is Russia. Yeah, the bear tears the eagle's wings off in Daniel chapter 7. Yeah, you'll see the eagle's wings get torn off, and the bear with 3 tusks, that's 3 other nations, rise up after it. Yeah, we get our wings torn off by the bear. And this is coming upon you very soon. This is probably your last chance to keep Passover and make a covenant with Yahuah and kill a lamb like he tells you. Boy, you really ought to pay attention to this. Seek Yahuah while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Here he is near still, and he's still listening to us. It's amazing. He doesn't talk to us because we're so wicked. He doesn't talk to us much. You don't hear many people. I'm pretty skeptical about people that say. Anyway, going on. You want to seek him now. This is it. This year. I think this is the last year. I think this is it. After this Passover, you're going to see this war. It's already been torching off, but you're really going to see it torch off. 55:7. Let the wicked forsake his ways, the unrighteous man his thoughts. Yeah, forget your Christian Catholic thoughts. Throw that trash out and start over. Start over with the commandments, Moses and the prophets. And let him return unto Yahuah, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, and he will abundantly pardon. Yeah, throw out your TV, throw out your, what you've been taught in your social environment, your mom and dad, Christmas, Santa Claus, Easter, rabbits, bunnies, eggs, fertility goddess, matrimony, licenses with the state, three-party contracts with the man, the woman, the state. Throw all that out. Throw that trash out. You want to run away from that. And you want to seek him. He'll abundantly pardon. Yeah, it's contrary to what Paul teaches. Paul tells you, no, the law couldn't do it. You couldn't do it with all that before. How come Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are in the kingdom while you yourselves are cast out where there's wailing and gnashing of teeth? Ooh, God, I wish I would have listened. That's what people be saying. That's what it says in the true Gospels, contrary to what Paul says. Yeah, there's abundant mercy, and he'll abundantly pardon, but you got to forsake these Christian, Catholic, Jewish, Muslim ways, and you got to do his ways. It's just where the bear does it. Yeah, this is just the truth of it. Yeah. 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, and neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahuah. That's why this is so weird to everybody, killing a lamb and keeping Passover. There are very few that want to do this. On the right day, at the right time of day, according to all the ordinances that he has. Jeremiah 3:12. Let's go on. Go and proclaim these words towards the north, and say, Return, thou backsliding Israel, saith Yahuah. I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, says Yahuah, and I will not keep anger forever. Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that you have transgressed against Yahuah thy God, and have scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and you have not obeyed my voice, says Yahuah. There you go. All you got to do is acknowledge your ways. Sorry, I've been doing Sunday and not Sabbath. Man, I'm sorry. That's a death penalty offense, by the way. Yeah, you want to start keeping the Sabbath from Friday sundown till Saturday sundown. And you want to quit all these, particularly the death penalty offenses. Once again, I'm going to make a little note here. You want to really take a look at the death penalty offenses and stop doing them. And I'll put a link in here to that death penalty sins. And you can go listen to those. There's about 49, and it's a lot different than what churches teach you. Let me tell you that. Some get some right, but they don't. I haven't found any that do all of them. Going on now, Jeremiah 3:14. Turn, O backsliding children, says Yahuah, I am married unto you. And listen to that. He's married unto us. He was before, and he is again for those that make this marriage betrothal covenant at Passover. And I will take you one of a city, going on, Jeremiah 3:14. I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you unto Zion. I will give you pastors after my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And this is what he's doing. Onesie, twosie in it. He's taking one of a city and two of a family and bringing them to Zion. All the Catholics aren't going. All the Christians aren't going. Your particular sect is not going. All the Muslims, all the Jews, all the Messianics. No. No. This is a onesie, twosie thing. And if the guy you're listening to and following is getting paid, or he has something on his website where you can donate, or he's at a church taking pay and this is his work, you need to run away. You need to be very suspicious of that, and probably just throw him out and run away from that as fast as you can. Time is short. You got to start sifting through these truths yourself. That's why it's a onesie-twosie deal. You got to go it alone. I do a good talk on that. Also, I take it from a letter that Al Adisk did, and it's on that website. And I'll put a link to that too. It's about going it alone, and the broad way versus the narrow way. And you want to go the narrow way. And the narrow way, there's nobody on it. You'll be lucky to find one or two guys. And most people will part company with you. If you start killing a lamb and doing all this, Okay, let's, time's up. We'll pick it up there next time. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Welcome back. This is the Passover part 8, and